Welcome back. We have Shelby Volo joining us from Abbott Wealth Management on this Wednesday afternoon. Great to have you back on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're talking about long-term care insurance, and I know this is an important topic simply because we are living so much longer than we were a generation ago.
Exactly. So long-term care insurance is great because it can protect your wealth should you need to move into a long-term care facility down the road. And it would pay you a set monthly benefit if you can't perform 2 of the 6 activities of daily living. So bathing, dressing, toileting, that kind of thing. And there is a growing need for this because we are living longer, but with chronic illnesses now.
So is there a certain amount of time you have to pay into something like this in order to make it work for you?
No, there's not a set amount of time. I mean, the younger you buy it, the better, because your premium's cheaper. And the older you buy it, the more expensive it's going to be for you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've looked into a few studies on this issue.
Yeah, so I did look into 2 different studies. So in 2012, there was a study showing that there was seniors 85 plus were actually living in chronic care facilities. And in 2014, they did another one showing that approximately 461,000 Canadians were living with chronic conditions and not receiving any kind of services. And one of those reasons was due to low income. So
yeah, so there has to be a shift in the way we see things for our retirement and living well beyond our ability to even maybe care for ourselves in the way that we need to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. Do we want to go now to the question of the week, or is there anything more you want to add on this front?
Actually, I did look into some quotes for this, just so there was a bit of an example there. So if someone wanted to purchase long-term care insurance and say they were 40, female, they wanted a $300,000 benefit, it would be $92.68 a month for that. And what happens is you can set the amount that you want to be paid per month. So you can do 0.5%, 1%, 2%, and it's going to pay you a little bit of that chunk every month to help pay for those costs. So that's what they'd be looking at there. And just so you have an idea, long-term care facilities are pricey. A 1-bedroom is anywhere from $2,700 to $3,500
a month.
A month.
That's a lot of money to think about.
Exactly, and a 2-bedroom is anywhere from $3,400 to $3,600.
Wow.
Because it's all based on square footage, but then you're paying for your care services on top of that.
Right, and I know the care services can add a huge chunk to it.
They do add up quickly, for sure.
Okay,
Definitely.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We do have our question of the week, and here it is. If you have a critical illness policy, what happens if you don't ever make the claim on it?
So some people will never claim on those, and that's why there's 2 riders you can put in place. There's one called a flexible return of premium. So say you're 65, you're like, I'm not gonna have a critical illness, or you don't want the policy anymore, you can't afford it. Then you'll get a portion of your premiums back when you cancel it. So then, you paid into something, you get something back.
Yeah.
Or you can do a return of premium on death. So you can name a beneficiary. If you've never made a claim, then a portion of your premiums are going to go to a named beneficiary when you pass away. So you're kind of leaving a legacy in a sense too.
How big is that portion? Do you know? Like, is it half? Is it almost all of it?
It all depends on the company. Actually, each one's different on how they do that refund. Some are larger than others, but it's better than not getting anything after paying into that. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you seeing more people considering this as an option now?
I am seeing more people wanting to do that because they do want to see that if they don't make a claim that they are going to get something back and they didn't just pay premiums for, in their eyes, nothing, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add on this subject today?
I think we covered it.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here today, Shelby.
Thanks for having me.
You're very welcome. If you would like to learn more about long-term care insurance, you can certainly give the folks at Abbott Wealth a call or check them out online at abbottwealth.com. We're back in 2 minutes. Stay with us.